Hello everyone. On today's video, I'm going to speak shortly about a method called Tprs, which stands for Teaching Proficiency Through Reading and Storytelling. So, in order to give a class by following that method, a lot of stories are going to be used to help students improve their understanding on the language and also their vocabulary. And I have prepared a lesson in which we are going to use that method, and I'm going to speak how to give that lesson. All right. So firstly, there is an activity which is called the magic meter, and the magic meter is a blank paper which you're going to give to your students, and they will make some drawings on it. All right. And firstly, the teacher can introduce the lesson by telling his own story, and before he needs to draw that, to make a drawing on that blank paper, or in which illustrate the story he's going to tell. And then he shows that that drawing to the class, and he starts telling the story. When the teacher reads the story, the students can ask questions about it. All right. So make sure to let your students comfortable enough to make any questions in case they feel like doing it. All right. And after that, you begin telling the story. And it could be any story you created on your own, and it could be also any story you pick somewhere else, as long as it is interesting. All right. So if the teacher can tell his personal story, it would be nicer. But on this example, is not any story I created about myself. It's just a story I picked somewhere else. All right, guys. And after, as I said, after showing the magic mirror to students, you start telling the story. All right. And the story, that is the story. It looked like rain. The sky was gray. It was almost noon, but the sun was hidden by a gray blanket. It was cool. There were no birds flying anywhere. A couple of birds sat on the telephone wire. Bob was standing outside talking to Bill. They both had their hands in their pockets. They knew that it was probably going to rain shortly. A sudden breeze blew some leaves off a tree onto the sidewalk. A young woman wearing a dark blue coat and jeans walked by. She was walking a small dog. It was pure white and pretty. It sniffed at a tree trunk. The woman waited patiently. Finally, the dog lifted his leg. Bob said that he liked the rain. It was a nice change from the usual hot Los Angeles weather, and the plants could always use the extra water. Bill said the only thing he didn't like about the rain was that all the motor oil on the streets would get washed into the ocean. So would all the trash. But that never stops the surfers, Bob said. They don't seem to care what's in the water as long as there are waves to surf on. Okay? And after that, you can give the students some minutes in order to make some questions about it. And after that, you give each of the students their magic meter, which is that blank paper in which they're going to draw. They're going to think about any events of their life that they found really interesting and that they would like to share with the group. And after making that drawing, they will start telling the story to their peers. All right? And their peers go through the same process. They can ask further questions about it and try to figure out what the whole story is about. So this is a great method, it is a great opportunity for the students to acquire vocabulary and understanding and so on. And so this is these short comments I'd like to make about this TPRS method. All right. So bye bye everyone.